Hello guys, welcome back to another video. Now in this video I want to take you on a little journey from when I started charging as a graphic designer back in January 2017 to where I am now. Now I am in the studio here 6 months now I think, but it wasn't always that way. I started out with a little desk, a little computer and a little printer in my kitchen, and I have progressed slowly over the course of 5 or 6 years to where I am now. Now in the video I want to show you the pieces of equipment that I started with because I still have them. I'm going to show you then why and how I upgraded to the next piece of equipment and to where I am now. And hopefully along the way you guys will learn something. So this is the LENOVO H30 desktop computer. This is the little computer that got me started out as a graphic designer back in 2017. Now, it probably wouldn't be powerful enough to run the Adobe products today, but I am eternally grateful for it because it got me on my way. This is the Canon IP8750. It's a photo printer that prints up to A3 plus size. I would have got this back probably in late 2017. Early 2018, I think it was around €220. I got it on Amazon, but I have literally made thousands back from this little printer, guys. It has been a little workhorse for me, I used it to print out all my personalized wall art back around that time period. And the only drawback is that it is it uses oil-based inks which tend to fade if they're in direct sunlight, and that is part of the reason why I upgraded. But yeah, this and that little LENOVO computer are what got me up and running. Okay, so back in 2020, the gym that I was working in at the time closed down for about 3 or 4 months due to the COVID-19 virus. So I had a lot more free time to work on the business at home, and whilst I was at home, I ran an ad on Facebook, guys, that cost me around 17 or 18 euro a day. It was €15 plus the VAT, but that ad generated me, for about 2 months, €700 to 900 return. So it was good money that I was bringing in, plus I was also getting the money from the gym that I was working in, the full-time wage. So I was getting a lot of money in 2020 for 2 or 3 months. So with that money, I reinvested it all back into my business, and one of them reinvestments was this computer. So I bought all these components in this computer, and it would have cost around €1,600-1,700 at the time. So you have a Ryzen 7 processor, you have 32 gigabyte of RAM, we've got good graphics card, lots of storage in there. So it was a big improvement from the little LENOVO, which was really starting to show its age around this time. It was really starting to slow down. But yeah, this was the big thing in 2020 that I got. Plus, I upgraded the computer this year as well with that money, or the printer, sorry. This is the HP DesignJet Z6. I've done a video on this, or a review on this, that I have here on YouTube. I'll put a link in the description for it. But this is a 24-inch printer, pigment based, which is a lot better than the oil based inks that I was using in the Canon. I would have got the bigger 44-inch model, only at the time I was working from home and I wouldn't have had the space for it. Me and my wife had an awful job trying to get this up the stairs. I had this up the stairs in the bedroom, and when I was working from home I had things everywhere. When I was working from home, I had the heat press and the mug press out in the back hallway. I had this up in the bedroom. I had canvas stretcher bars stored everywhere in the house. But yeah, this is big step up from the Canon. The only thing I don't like about it is buying the inks for it, which are very expensive. But yeah, that is the HP DesignJet Z6. So that was 2020. Now 2020, when I was working from home a lot during lockdown, I discovered Bob Proctor. I don't know if you guys know, I'm sure some of you do, the late Bob Proctor now, but his videos helped really inspire me to open up the studio here. I have to give him credit, because he he put belief in me that it can be done. And one of the things that he advocates is to print out a gold card and look at it every single day, and eventually that will be driven into your subconscious mind and it will happen. So 2020, mid 2020, I done just that. I went a wee bit further. I actually done a picture of my goal, and this is it. Faded a wee bit now, but February 2022, I wanted to be in my studio, and I looked at this every single day. I had it beside my keyboard, and I envisioned myself in this place. And it didn't happen in February 2022, but it did happen in April 2022. That's when I opened up DesignJet Studio. So this is my little studio right now. Not that little, this is just the downstairs. There's an upstairs as well. But this is where I'm at now. So I went from the little computer and the little printer to this. It took 5-6 years, but I got there eventually. So while I was in the studio, I didn't want to outsource print materials, so I got the Konica 1060. Now this is definitely the most expensive piece of equipment I have. This is the Konica 1060. It costs €15,000, 12,000 plus €3,000 VAT. Don't get that VAT back though, because I'm not VAT registered, but yeah, this is what I use now to print business cards, flyers, leaflets, booklets, A4, A3 posters and things of that nature. It is expensive, but I would expect to see a return on my investment in a year and a half of having this thing. I'd say I'm probably halfway there now from the sales that I've got from it. Now, I have had a couple of little problems with it, but luckily there's a 3-year service contract with it, so as soon as there's something wrong, I get on the phone to the guys that supplied it and they'll be down the next day. So yeah, that is definitely the most expensive piece of equipment. I also got when you're getting a printer like that, you're going to need something to cut your materials, business cards and flyers and things, so that's where I got this second hand of a lady down in Dublin. So it was for sale in Ireland brand new at €3,500, but I didn't really want to be spending that. So I seen this for sale second hand for €1,000. I was quickly on the phone to the lady and went down, had a look at it, tried it out, was happy with what I seen and bought it there and then. So it was a good saving. The blade needs replaced, but there is a replacement blade there. Yeah, so that's where I'm at now, guys. This is the studio. So I did start with the little LENOVO and the CANON. Then I went to the custom built thing 2-3 years later maybe, to the bigger printer. And then I finally got the courage to quit the job and hire out this unit that I'm in now. So I'm in it 6 months now. Let me just turn this camera around. Yeah, so that's where I'm at now, guys. I'm in the studio now it is around 6 months, loving every second of it. But I started off in January 2017 with that little LENOVO computer and the Canon IP8750. Then 3 years later I upgraded the computer and upgraded the printer, and then about 2 years later I was in the studio here. So you know, it just goes to show you don't need much to start out with. You just start off with something small, and then it's kind of like a video game. You level up and level up and level up, keep upgrading your equipment, and then eventually you get to a studio that I'm in now. But anyway, yeah, I hope you liked that video, guys. My battery's about to waste here. If you did like the video, make sure to like it. If you want to see more videos related to graphic design and what goes on in the studio here, make sure to subscribe to the channel, and hopefully I'll see you in the next video.